हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स माइंड में आपका स्वागत है और अभी हम कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर्स। NHRC urges states to enforce Supreme Court ban on manual cleaning of hazardous waste. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) has urged to all states to immediately implement the Supreme Court's 14 directives to eliminate the practice of manual cleaning of hazardous waste. In view of the continued practice of manual cleaning of hazardous waste, the Commission wrote to all the chief secretaries and administrators of state and union territories, asking them to ensure the immediate implementation of the directives issued by the Apex Court in its landmark 2023 judgment. The Commission noted that the practice constitutes a grave violation of human rights, especially the right of life with dignity and equality before the law. The Commission observed that, despite the constitutional and legal safeguards, manual cleaning of hazardous wastes continues to be reported in certain parts of the country. A complete ban on manual Scavening was announced by the Supreme Court on 29th January this year in six major cities: Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad. Our dealings with Pakistan will be strictly bilateral. EAM Jaishankar. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today ruled out any third-party mediation between India and Pakistan, reiterating that dealings with Islamabad will be strictly bilateral. Talking to the media of the sidelines of an event in New Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar said India has made it clear that the only thing which remains to be discussed with Pakistan is the vacating of illegally occupied Indian territory in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The External Affairs Minister stressed that this is a national consensus for years, and there is absolutely no change in India's position. He highlighted that Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it very clear that talks with Pakistan will be only on terror. He added that Pakistan has a list of terrorists that needs to be handed over, and they have to dismantle the terrorist infrastructure. PM Modi reviews deep sea finishing and seafood export plans. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today chaired a meeting to review the progress and future plans of the fisheries sector. The meeting focused on deep sea fishing and seafood exports. Union Minister for Fisheries Rajiv Ranjan Singh and senior officials attended the meeting. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said the government attached great importance to this area and has worked extensively to improve infrastructure relating to the sector. He added that the government has also ensured greater access to credit as well as markets for the country's fishermen. Prime Minister Modi said today's meeting included brainstorming on how to improve exports and increase the focus on deep sea finishing. Government appoints legal team led by Solicitor General for 2611 trial. The government has appointed a team of lawyers led by Solicitor General Tushar Mehta for the trial in the 2611 terror attack case, where Tahir Hussain Rana is an accused. The Home Ministry said in a notification that the team of special public prosecutors includes additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju, Senior Advocate Dayan Krishan, and Advocate Narendra Manan. The appointment has been made exercising the powers conferred under the National Investigation Agency Act 2008 and the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. Government revokes security clearance of Turkish firm Celebi Aviation over national security concerns. The government has revoked the security clearance of Turkish ground handling firm Selby Airport Services India Private Limited with immediate effect. In an order issued today, the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security said that the decision was taken in the interest of national security. The security clearance for this company had been approved by BCAS Director General in November 2022. Selby Aviation provides passenger handling, flight operations, cargo and postal services, as well as management of aero bridges and warehouse services at airports across 9 cities, including Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Goa, Cochin, and Kannur. Indian Army conducts Testa Prahar exercise in West Bengal. The Indian Army conducted the Test Prahar exercise at the Tista field firing range in West Bengal today. Various units of the army, including infantry, mechanized, mechanized infantry, artillery, armed corpus, para special forces, army aviation, engineering, and signals, participated in the exercise. The exercise holds significance in the backdrop of Operation Sindoor. MSME Ministry invites applications for National Award 2024. The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises (MSME) has invited applications from MSME for the National Award 2024. In a statement, the MSME said that interested enterprises can apply in different categories for the awards till the 20th of this month. At present, there is a provision of 35 NS of National Award to MSMEs. It said that the government recognized the contributions of MSME entrepreneurs for their outstanding performance and encourages them by conferring awards at the national level. The statement further added that there is a special provision of awards to MSME led by women entrepreneurs, SC/ST entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs from the northeastern region. Applications are invited through the National Award Portal and the Rashtriya Puruskar Portal of the Ministry of Home Affairs. DPIIT approves 187 startups for income tax exemption under new Section 80 IAC. The Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade (DPIIT) has approved 187 startups for income tax exemption under the revamped Section 80 IAC of the Income Tax Act 9. In a statement, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry said that startups incorporated before 1st April 2030 are now eligible to apply, giving more time and opportunity to new ventures to benefit from the financial relief. It said that the tax benefit allows eligible startups 100% income tax deduction on profits for any 3 consecutive years within a 10 years window from the date of incorporation. The scheme is designed to support emerging businesses in their formative years, encouraging innovation, job creation, and wealth generation. India-Honduras trade crosses $300 million mark, AM S. Jaishankar Prasad. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said that the economic engagements between India and Honduras in the last 3 decades have grown steadily, with bilateral trade reaching more than $300 million. The minister was speaking at the inauguration of the Embassy of Honduras in New Delhi. Dr. Jaishankar acknowledged Honduras for issuing a statement of solidarity after the cowardly terrorist attack at Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. He added that the opening of the Embassy of Honduras in the national capital will go a long way to facilitate trade promotion. The minister asserted that the economic engagements between the two nations have been underpinned by trade, investment, technical cooperation. He said that India and Honduras have a diversified basket that includes pharmaceuticals, textiles, automobiles, machinery, and India imports coffee, wood, leather from Honduras. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi interacts with SC backward, extremely backward class students in Darbhanga. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today interacted with students from the scheduled caste, backward and extremely backward classes in Darbhanga, Bihar amid riots. Mr. Gandhi initially wanted to hold the dialogue at the students' Ambedkar hostel in Darbhanga, but the administration did not allow it. Following this, Congress State President Rajesh Ram and other leaders arrived at the hostel to open the gate. The police did not allow vehicle to enter. Subsequently, Rahul Gandhi arrived on foot and held a brief interaction with students. Nuclear weapons are not safe in hands of Pakistan. It should be taken over by IAEA, Defense Minister said. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh today said that Operation Sindoor is India's impregnable and strong response to terror being exported from Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir for the last several decades now. Addressing troops at the Army's 15 Corps Badami Bagh cantonment, he commended the Indian Armed Forces for their valor, bravery, and meticulous work while executing Operation Sindoor. He said the country is proud of the armed forces for their courage, commitment, and determination in safeguarding the motherland. He said the whole world was seen how irresponsibly Pakistan has threatened India, questioning the safety of nuclear weapons in the hands of Pakistan. He said Pakistan's nuclear weapons should be taken under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA). Ajay Kumar takes oath as new UPSC chairman. Retired Indian Administrative Administrative Service officer and former Defence Secretary Ajay Kumar today took oath as an new Union Public Service Commission UPSC chairman. The oath was administered by Lieutenant General Raj Shukla retired, the senior most member of the commission. Doctor Kumar is a retired Indian Administrative Service officer from 1985 batch of the Kerala cadre. He previously served as the Defence Secretary from August 2019 to October 2022. Yesterday, President Draupadi Murmu appointed Dr. Ajay Kumar as the chairman of UPSC. SC to hear interim relief please on Waqf Amendment Act 2025 on May 20. The Supreme Court today said it will take up on May 20 the issue of considering interim relief on pleas challenging the validity of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India B.R. Gavai and Justice Augustine George Mahis asked senior advocate Kapil Sibal appearing for those challenging the validity of the law and Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the centre, to file their written notes by May 19. The bench said it will not consider any plea seeking a stay of provisions of the earlier 1995 Waqf law when the matters are taken up on May 20. Former Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna, whose bench was hearing the matter, demitted office on May 13, and the matters were transferred to the bench headed by Chief Justice Gavai. DEPWD organizes Inclusive India Summit on Global Accessibility Awareness Day. The Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities (DEPWD) today organized the Inclusive India Summit in New Delhi to mark Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Speaking at the event, Secretary of the Department Rajesh Agrawal emphasized the importance of access to language, life, learning, and livelihood for persons with disabilities. He highlighted the government's efforts to promote sign language learning and urged the corporate sector to create a disability-friendly environment. Mr. Agrawal encouraged persons with disabilities to demand their rights and expressed confidence that 90% of them have the potential to become productive members of the society. The summit is aimed at promoting inclusive development and digital accessibility for persons with disabilities across the country. Tamil Nadu Bill's case: President Murmu seeks Supreme Court opinion on setting timelines on assent of bills. In the aftermath of the Supreme Court verdict in the Tamil Nadu Bill case, President Draupadi Murmu has sent a reference to the Supreme Court asking the top court to consider whether timelines can be imposed on governors to act on bills in the absence of the const- constituent, constitutionally prescribed time limit. Article 143(1) of the Constitution allows the President to seek the Supreme Court's opinion in matters of legal and public importance. President Murmu has sent 14 pointed questions to the Apex Court for its opinion, while emphasizing that Articles 200 and 2001 of the Constitution, which governed the process of assent to bills by governors. The President do not prescribe any deadlines or specific procedural requirements. The President asked the Apex Court to report its opinion on constitutional options available to a governor when a bill is presented to him under Article 200 of the Constitution of India. Further, it questioned if the exercise of constitutional discretion by the governor on bills is justiciable. When Article 361 of the Constitution puts an absolute bar to judicial review in relation to gubernatorial actions. Government is fully committed to establishing peace in Naxal-affected areas, PMOV says. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the government is fully committed to establishing peace in Naxal-affected areas and connecting them with the mainstream of development. Sharing Union Home Minister Amit Shah's social media post last night after the successful anti-Maoist operation on the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border, the Prime Minister stated that the success of the security forces shows that the campaign towards rooting out Naxalism is moving in the right direction. Mr. Shah yesterday said that the security forces have eliminated 31 notorious Naxal in a massive operation against Naxalism conducted on the Kurgatlu Hills (KGH) on the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border. He termed this operation a historic success in the resolve to make India Naxal-free by 31st March next year. The Home Minister said this largest anti-Naxal operation was completed by the security forces in just 21 days. Mr. Shah said despite harsh weather and the challenging heli terrain, the country's brave CRPF, Special Task Force and DRG jawans faced the Naxals with unmatched courage with valor. He said the government is committed to eradicating Naxalism from its root. CCPA issues notice to e-commerce platforms over sale of Pakistani flags. Central Consumer Protection Authority has issued notice to Amazon India, Flipkart, Ubay India ETS by the flag company and the flag corporation over the sale of Pakistani flags and related merchandise. In a social media post, Union Consumer Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said, such insensitivity will not be tolerated. He said e-commerce platforms have been directed to immediately remove all such content and adhere to national laws. India rejects China's attempt to rename place in Arunachal Pradesh. India has categorically rejected China's continued, unfounded, and absurd attempts to assign new names to locations within the state of Arunachal Pradesh. In response to media query, the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, Ranadhir Jaiswal, retired that such actions are entirely unacceptable and stand in direct contradiction to India's consistent and principled position. He emphasized that no amount of creative renaming can alter the clear and indisputable reality that Arunachal Pradesh was, is, and will always remain an integral and inalienable part of India. Government declares 23rd September as Ayurveda Day. The government has officially designated 23rd September as Ayurveda Day. The Ayush Ministry stated that the change notified through a Gazette notification marks a significant shift from the earlier practice of observing Ayurveda Day on Dhanteras. The ministry said Ayurveda Day has been commemorate annually to promote Ayurveda as a scientific, evidence-based, and holistic system of medicine that plays a pivotal role in preventive healthcare and wellness. It also noted that in a coming decade, the date of Dhanteras would continue to vary widely between 15th October and 12th November, posing logistical challenges for organizing national and international observance. ECI resolves 20-year-old issue of duplicate EPCI numbers. Election Commission has resolved a nearly 20-year-old issue of similar electoral photo identity card (EPCI) numbers which got issued to genuine electors due to similar series being used by different EROs since 2005. All such electors have since been issued new EPIC cards with new numbers. The resolution came in ECI's efforts to sanitize the electoral rolls and keep them updated. The entire electoral database of over 99 crore electors was searched by the chief electoral officers of all the states and union territories and electoral registration officers of all the assembly constituencies and polling stations across the country. During the field level verification, it was found that holders of such similar EPIC numbers were genuine electors in different assembly constituency and different polling stations. The genesis of the issue has been traced to 2005 when various states and union territories were using assembly constituency wise different alphanumeric series in a decentralized manner. PM Modi's three-pillar doctrine, decisive retaliation, zero tolerance, no distinction between terrorists and their sponsors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a recent televi- televised address to the nation, laid out a clear and resolute doctrine for dealing with terrorism. Operation Sindoor is a center's clearest articulation of zero tolerance, no compromise policy to safeguard national security. The central government's every move, from suspending the Indus Water Treaty to launching military strikes on terror camps, was carefully planned and timed. The three core pillars of the Prime Minister's doctrine include decisive retaliation on India's terms, zero tolerance for nuclear blackmail, and no distinction between terrorists and their sponsors. Union Minister Vaishnav inaugurates India's first 3nm chip design center in Noida, Bangalore. Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurated new state-of-the-art design facilities located in Noida and Bangalore, highlighting the uniqueness of the new facility. Mr. Vaishnav stated that this is India's first design center to work on cutting-edge 3 nanometer chip design, a milestone that firmly places India in the global league of semiconductor innovation. Emphasizing the growing momentum in India's semiconductor ecosystem, Mr. Vaishnav announced that the inauguration of the major semiconductor design center in Uttar Pradesh is a critical step towards developing a pan-India ecosystem that harness the rich talent available across the country. और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है समाप्त.